YTPC. Curmudgeon Piper here. Happy Cobb Tuesday. I'm smoking a briar. My favorite Graybo with some Field and Stream. Courtesy of my friend Onion. 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. Thought I'd pop in and say howdy. Also having a little coffee. Kind of a beige color, of course. That's not true. Usually I only drink it black. But I had a desire for some cream, so. I saw someone on here a few days ago talking about show and tell. Reminding me of my own show and tell days in elementary school. For us, usually it was on a Friday. The teacher would, earlier in the week, would pick 2 or 3 kids and ask them to bring something from home that we found interesting to show the class, to show her, the teacher. For me, it was a her at the time. So I remember one week when my name got called to bring show and tell. Something you may not know about me, I don't remember if I've ever mentioned it, but I was, not as much anymore, but I was something of a rock hound. I was always fascinated by rocks. Even as a small child, I'd go pick up rocks and take them to my mom, and she'd put them in little jars as keepsakes. As I grew older, I kept my love of rocks to the point where I got a degree in geology. Always fascinated by volcanoes and earthquakes, and we had an earthquake here in North Carolina a few years ago. I felt it. I got so excited I started calling people. So I got chosen to do show and tell one Friday. I went home, told my mom, needed some kind of idea. I was probably 1st grade, 2nd grade, something like that. Looking for ideas of what I could take. She said, why don't you take some of the rocks that you've collected? Thought it was a pretty good idea. But you know how you are when you're that age. It's all exciting for about 2 minutes and then you forget. So the next morning on Friday, before we left for school, I had forgotten that I was supposed to get my rocks. She reminded me right as we were leaving. She told me where to find them. So I went and found a little jar of rocks to take to school. She had put a date on the little jar, I guess notating when I had given them to her. And off I went to elementary school with my little jar of rocks for show and tell. Elbow shot. Time came for the show and tell. I took my jar of rocks out, opened them up, passed them around the class for the kids to look at. Gave them to the teacher for her to look at with the jar. She seemed pretty fascinated. The kids were, not so much. They're 6 and 7. It was just a rock to them. the end of the school day, my teacher gave me an envelope, sealed envelope. She told me it was a thank you note to my mother for allowing me to bring some of my rocks to school to show off to the class. So I got home and I gave my mom the note. She opened it. Her eyes got really big. And she chuckled. And then she turned red. The note said something to the effect of, "We really appreciate little Doug bringing his rocks to class for show and tell. In the future, we would recommend you not allow him to bring your gallstones to class." I took my mother's gallstones for show and tell and passed them around the class. Now, I don't know what's more disturbing. The fact that I took gallstones for show and tell. The fact that I passed them around and let other kids play with the rocks, the stones. The fact that the doctor gave my mother the gallstones after the surgery. Or the fact that she kept them in a jar. I had a lot of dang gall. You folks, be well. Be humble. Smile. And be grateful for all that you have. I'll see you again soon.